Call 6 Investigates is looking into an issue worrying parents around central Indiana. The security of Zoom and other virtual meeting technology has been called into question, especially after a public Zoom meeting of the Indiana Election Commission was hacked by a porn broadcast. RTV6's Stephanie Wade is learning just how vulnerable these systems are and the actions companies and schools can take to protect their employees and students.
It was a shock for about 200 people participating in an Indiana Election Commission Zoom meeting on Friday when someone managed to broadcast pornography onto people's screens. Since then, we're learning they're not the only group to have had a meeting interrupted.
When I received that message from the school principal through the school messenger, I went ballistic.
This is the email Ignacio Espinoza de los Monteros is referring to. The principal of Carmel Middle School alerting parents that inappropriate remarks were made by a participant during a Zoom educational lesson with students. The staff member immediately ended the Zoom meeting when it happened.
I had forewarned them that this was going to happen. I had told them that Zoom was an unsecure communication mechanism based on the technology currently.
Monteros has 2 children in Carmel Clay School District and also works in technology.
The fact that it happened to middle schoolers, which are 8th and 7th and 6th graders, is not acceptable. It wouldn't be acceptable to anybody. It wasn't acceptable for the Indiana Electoral Commission. It wouldn't be acceptable, even less, for minors. I mean, how are we protecting our kids?
Just know that at some point in the path of your communication, it is broken.
We recruited a cybersecurity expert to explain just how vulnerable these communication systems really are.
If you don't necessarily trust the person on the other side, they could have someone in the physical room. They could also be videotaping with their phone.
Chris Nyheis with Vigilant says Zoom, to be user-friendly, doesn't require hard security settings up front. He recommends requiring participants have their video feature turned on so you can see what they're doing and set strong passwords for people to enter the meeting.
But in addition, a lot of these technologies allow for what's called a waiting room. And what that does is when someone joins, then they have to sit in a room until you go and approve that they can join.
He says on a larger scale nationwide, hackers are getting on these meetings to gain corporate secrets and infiltrate networks.
It isn't hard to hack a meeting on any of these platforms that are made public with no password.
This is not an acceptable way to protect our kids, whether it's the Carmel Clay School Districts or the Indianapolis Public Schools or any school district of 293 school districts in the state.
Working for you, Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
And Carmel Clay Schools has enhanced their security features for all of their teachers using Zoom. Every meeting is password protected and students must be admitted into each one by the host. The host of the meeting also has the ability to mute participants and control screen sharing capabilities. The district says they continue to assess and introduce updated security settings for the safety of all participants.